Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right before Thanksgiving, a couple of days before Thanksgiving. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yes, sir. And of course, I go by the name of
DJ Real Life.
Here hosting the Railcast. One more time. Got two of the homies with me. And let me see what I pronounce. Yafi? Yiffy? How you pronounce
The
it?
Hefe.
Hefe, man. Hefe.
Hefe the Don is here. And man, this is a surprise here. Because I didn't think you could talk, but Omega's here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing tonight?
Chilling.
Good. Everybody listening, everybody watching, to press that button. It's absolutely free. There's no hidden fees or none of that stuff. It's absolutely free. So, man, you hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Catch us on YouTube and all other podcast formats, man. Google Podcasts, Apple, all that good stuff. So check it out. The Railcast.
So
Absolutely.
we live on YouTube?
We not live on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We recording, but this will be on YouTube.
Okay. I thought it was live. I'm like, okay.
Now we got, you know what I'm saying? Got to look at it, make sure it's good, and edit and all that good stuff, man.
Okay, I feel you.
So, all right, we got some stuff today. We not gonna take it easy today. I took it easy last time on Heifer, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into some stuff, man. What's the first thing y'all want to get into? You know what? I know I'll get into. There's been a talk, you know, this album that just came out. From legendary Outkast member Andre 3000. So, guys, have you heard the album?
Yeah, I heard it.
You heard it, Chloe? You?
Yeah.
I ain't want nothing to hear. I turned it on. I thought something was wrong with it. I keep fast forwarding every song, trying to find a word. And then my homeboy called me. He was like, "It ain't no words to it," and I just stopped.
Wow. So you listened to the whole album, or you just
me?
through it? Yeah.
I just skimmed through it. It wasn't nothing to listen to.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, two joints on there. That first one.
What's
these
the name
titles
of
it? Are so long, man. The song titles. This one is I Swear I Really Want to Make a Rap Album.
Yeah.
And then the 93 Till Eternity and Beyonce.
Yeah.
So
overall, what did you think of the album?
I think it served its purpose. He wanted to play the flute and do instrumentals. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody he's known as a crazy MC, obviously. So I mean, but you can't expect that out of an instrumental. I think the album will get a sample like crazy though.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially because there's no drums on it. So it's gonna make it real easy for guys to sample or producers to sample on it. Guys, girls, whoever.
Right. Do you guys see yourself going back to this album?
Probably when I'm floating.
In the water?
Yeah, I feel like he was playing with our emotions.
In the water. Like if I'm just vibing, burning something real quick, I might throw it on.
That's the move. That's that. I can see that. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I already knew he wasn't gonna rap. He already put the announcement out that he wasn't gonna rap, that he was just gonna play the flute. But I'm still disappointed because we waited 20 plus years for him to put an album out. And I understand it's not a rap album, it's an alternative album, but the best thing about the album was the titles. Like, I'm not gonna front. Like, I see a lot of people saying it's a classic, it's dope. You gotta stop lying.
But is it a classic? Is it a classic instrumental album? Like, is it a classic flute playing album? You playing the flute?
No, it's
How
not.
many flute albums? Rel, how many flute albums have you heard?
None. It's for a good reason. I want to hear
Okay,
this.
so how do you know it's not a classic?
Listen, maybe I heard some flute albums on National Geographic or something like that. You know?
A lie.
I probably heard something like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, when I got a massage. Like, this sounds like what Deshaun Watson was listening to when he was in the massage parlor. Or like, you know, Rush Hour. What Rush Hour was that? Rush Hour 2? We went to the massage parlor. That's the music they were playing. Like, I'm not going to bash him because he's a legend. But I'm never coming back to this. I'm never going to play this again.
I don't know what people expected, man. When it's an instrumental album, man. He playing a flute. I mean, I know y'all wasn't expecting like no 808s and
no. I mean,
crazy.
You don't know. You don't know what you. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, it's not what you expected, but you still expect it to be a little good. You know, that's how I took it. My expectation wasn't high because he's not rapping on it. But you know, for people to saying that it's a classic, it's great, and all that stuff, man, you're lying because you never listened to this music ever in your life. So now Dre makes it. Now it's good. It's not good. You walk by this music in Target all the time with the water falling through the background and stuff. You never listen to this music. You never bought a CD.
That might be the audience he's catering to, though. You might walk into a massage parlor and they might have this joint blazing right now.
I'm not gonna know if it's him or not. It sound like any other. It sound like you're going hunting for an animal or something on Nature Channel or something.
Now, I feel like we're giving him a pass because of who he is. You know what I'm saying? If anybody else, like for example, somebody new that had come out with the same album that we never heard of, would have been like, man, that's garbage. We ain't listening to it. But because of him, he getting a pass because you know what I'm saying.
I agree. It's not good. Yeah, I agree with that. It's not a good album. I will never go to this album. I'm mad I listened to it.
Okay, so my question is, what did y'all actually expect from an album of him playing the flute?
Go ahead, Chloe.
Well, me, honestly, I wasn't really following the whole. Like, I heard that clip of interview where he was talking about he don't really have nothing to rap about.
Yeah,
but honestly, I didn't know that he wasn't gonna rap. So all I heard was he was coming out with an album. You know, I'm like, okay, Andre coming out with an album. You know, so Friday I went on Tidal and typed Andre, and then I started listening. You know, I'm like, I don't hear nothing. So I'm fast forwarding to the song. I don't hear nothing because I didn't know about all this flute stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I didn't hear nothing. So my homeboy called me. He was like, I said, what happened? He was like, oh, it ain't that. He's not saying anything. I got mad. I just, man, get out of here, yo. Yo, nobody got time for that, man. I was listening to, I wanted to hear some rapping. You know, so I didn't know about all this flute stuff he was about to do. If I knew that, I wasn't going to even open the whole app. I mean, go even search for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but I didn't know.
I knew he was playing the flute, but this is what I was hoping for. Kind of like the Love Below, with that kind of music. He produced that kind of music, but just with him playing the flute. I didn't expect him to rap because he said he wasn't going to rap. He said he wasn't, inspired to rap. I think he said he's 48 and that he's not inspired to rap, something like that. I don't understand that because Nas is 50 and he's still rapping, but everybody's different. But I just thought maybe it would be like the Love Below, but just because he had a song on Love Below that was instrumental, right? It was like a fast-paced song that was instrumental that he rap. He had one song like that, so I thought it was gonna be something like that.
I can't remember that album is like 20 years old. So
yeah, so I thought it would be
almost 20 years old.
Yeah, so I thought it would be something like that, but the album's not good. Like, black folks, we gotta stop lying to ourselves. We don't go to the woods. We don't listen to this kind of music. We know who it is. This doesn't do anything to his legacy. He's still one of the GOATs. He's still part of one of the best rap groups ever. But this ain't it. I want it to be honest. And when I heard this album, the first thing I said was, "Come on." Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
this ain't it.
It's a flute album, man.
But if you think about it, especially nowadays with AI, I mean, AI could have did that album. You know, because you know, he ain't rapping in it. You know.
Yeah, you can't make a verse like you did on Donda, and then come out with this.
But he said he wasn't rapping though.
But he did say,
I thought he was playing.
He told you.
Nah, I knew he was dead serious. I knew he was serious because he makes guest appearances, and on an interview he said he wasn't rapping. So I believed him. But
and another thing, he also said he's been saying for like the last couple of years, like rap is done. Like rap is lost his way. So I feel like he doesn't even want to,
he's not inspired.
Walk into the room of rap per se.
While we talking about him, give me your what's your in your opinion, give me your best 3 Stacks verse that you heard from him. Because I had to go back to rap. This album was so bad that I went back to his rapping.
That's hard. His best verse?
Yeah, that you could think of. One verse that you feel like was like a really dope verse by him. I know it's a lot because he has a lot.
Well, me, I can't think of nothing. But the whole Alien album, shit, the whole every verse was kind of, he was big. I can't think of like any particular verse, but the Alien album was fire to me. That was his best work.
Yeah, AT Aliens album was dope.
Yeah, that was the best.
The first.
What's the song on Aquemini on
the title track? It's fire. That verse he had on that on Aquemini.
No, hold on. I gotta try and find the
Return of the Gangster.
I want to say it's on Spooty Udi Dopalicious. I think.
That song. When he's like, who else want to mess with Hollywood Cove?
Yeah.
Was that before Erykah Badu?
I think he might have been dating her around the same time.
Yeah, because their kid is like, that album came out in
is Rosa Parks on that album?
The album came out in 98. Yeah, it is. Rosa Parks is on that album.
So they were dating during that time. So yeah.
Yeah, because the kid is around what, like 25
20 something.
20 something. Yeah.
20 something. Yeah. I would say right off the back, like I agree. It's hard to pick one good verse, but one verse that stand out to me is the verse that he had on T.I.'s album. Like he killed that verse. And I can't think of the name. He basically said like he apologized. He was talking to his mom. He was talking to Big Boy. I apologize to my rap partner for messing up the rap money. Hope we ain't lose a fan behind it. Like he pretty much told the story why he stopped rapping, and he was afraid of the money. Hope he ain't lose no fans. Like he pretty much put it all out there. And he like y'all get a chance. I forgot the name of that song, but it's on the album before he went to jail. Probably his best album.
Oh, he went to jail?
No, not Dre, but T.I.
Oh, T.I. Okay.
On that Live Your Life album, whatever album that is, like he's on that album and he killed it. Like he's rapping for probably like 3 minutes, just kills it. So I think that to me, that's like one of my favorite verses by him. He has a lot though. He's a GOAT. He definitely GOAT, but man, like this album, man, I can't do it, man. Can't do it.
It's a wrap for him. He should have
just. You think so?
Just let it go. Yeah. I mean,
it's not a rap, but I just feel like.
Well, he's not rapping no more, so So I mean,
I just feel like this album doesn't cater to everyone. It's geared toward a specific group of people.
Indians,
white.
When you think about playing flute, that's what the Indians be doing.
You know why I say it's not white people? Because hip hop pretty much has white people's entire attention. It's like,
it always has.
The kids, the middle age, it has their attention, bro.
No kids about to listen to the album.
Right. It's not. And like I agree with you. It has your attention, but right, let's be real. Like kids are going on vibes. There's no vibe on this album. Like they trying to on the way out
Right.
on
So
their car, on their
why do you
phone.
think white people will listen to it?
No, white people probably will listen to it because they're the only one that listens to this music.
Nah, white people don't listen to that type of music, man.
Nah,
It's
bro.
the Indians be listening to that shit, man. You know that.
They got a shotgun. If they got a shotgun like Elmo Fudd, this is the music that you want to play. If you trying to go, what's my man, the owner of the Patriots, Kraft? If you trying to go to a massage parlor and get happy ending, this is what you play. What kind of music you play, yo? Yeah, they're not playing this, man. Nah.
They probably put the baby to sleep. Like you trying to put your kids to sleep or something, you put that shit on or something,
you know. Yeah, man. So shout out to him, but yeah, I'm good. I'll never listen to this album again. But he's still a GOAT, so this doesn't, you know what I'm saying, take nothing away from him. But the album wasn't good. I just want people to be honest out there. Like it just wasn't good, man.
Yeah, I was mad for a good 5 minutes, yo. I was mad that I even searched for that shit, yo.
I told you I went back to his old stuff. I started going back to Southern Playalistic and the Quimini and all this old stuff, man. I can't do it, man. But staying on music, are you guys familiar with D1? Hefe?
D1?
Yeah.
Who is that? Drake?
Wow.
Who is D1?
No. D1 is a guy from New Orleans. He's been around for a while. He can rap. But I think now he might be considered a gospel rapper. But he recently been coming at and I won't say he's a gospel rapper. I think he might have got saved recently, the last couple of years. So he changed his tone. But he's been going at it's going at Jim Jones and Ross and Meek about their lyrics. So you haven't heard anything about that?
No, never heard of
him. Omega?
Oh yeah. He always been positive, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he cussed in his rap. So no. I think he's also a teacher too. So he's been around for at least over a decade.
Right. Yeah, I've heard him like years ago. So
what's his beef with those guys?
Well, he doesn't have any beef, but he was on Sway and they was talking and he was basically saying like since they came out with an album, he was saying that these guys, he used them as an example, all three of those rappers, Ross, Meek, and Jim Jones. He basically said these guys should have more responsibility to the youth. So he's basically saying, I wish I had a clip. I actually played the clip that he said. But he used them as an example because they just came out with an album. You know, basically should be more responsible for your lyrics because kids out there are listening to you. You know, so these three rappers.
Kids or young adults?
I mean, I would say both. Because the demographic for rap is what, like probably 10 to 25, maybe even younger. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 8 to 28. You know what I'm saying? That's like the average people that listen to rap. So I'm gonna go to you first, Omega, since you're kind of familiar with the whole story. Do you feel like rappers are responsible or should be more responsible when it comes to putting out their music with the youth listening to it? Do you feel like they should be more responsible?
I feel at a certain age, you know, like if you under 30, I feel like you know, at that time you still maturing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But once you I mean in you late 30s, especially 40s and stuff, I feel like you should have some type of responsibility, like especially guys that have been rapping since they was 20s and they still talking about the same thing, you know, killing and, you know, selling drugs and all that. After a while, that shit get old, man. You've been saying the same shit for 20 years now. You got money, you're not selling drugs no more. You know, like I feel like you should have some type of responsibility that, you know, goddamn, you've been saying the same thing for 20 years. So,
Right.
but if you like if you're like an NBA young boy, I feel like them guys, they're still young, so they should be able. Because when I was 20 some years old, I wasn't thinking, you know, responsible, you know, doing the right thing. But those guys, I feel like they should be able to rap whatever about whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like once you start getting in Ross, Jim Jones, those guys, they climbing 50s, you know what I'm saying? They should have some type of responsibility. But young guys, you know, I don't
So,
feel that like that.
so even at a young age, because again, the demographic is really young when it comes to people listening to the music. So even at a young age, you feel as though a young person shouldn't be held responsible for the art that they put out.
Due to the fact because the stuff they don't know better. You know what I'm saying? When you like in your early 20s, 19, you know what I'm saying? You don't know better. So you just rapping about shit that you think that's cool or whatever the case may be. You know, you don't know better. But once you start
Right.
climbing like 40s, I feel like you know better by this time. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I feel like you should be held responsible for it. But like an NBA young boy, you know, I don't feel like he know better right now. You know what I'm saying? So if 10 years
Nah,
from now, 20 years from now, he's still
I think
rapping
that boy
about the same thing.
I think that
Huh?
boy in particular, I think he knows better because a lot of people don't know he's the highest rated artist on YouTube. So I think he knows better. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these artists know right from wrong, but I think they're so consumed about making money they don't
I think
care.
they all do.
Yeah, tell me what you think, Huffy.
I mean, I think they all know right from wrong, but I feel like it's kind of unfair to put the onus on these artists to guide youth when, I mean, probably since hip hop was not since hip hop was hip hop, but I would say since the 90s, hip hop has been the message hasn't really been, you know, maybe 97% of the message has been, you know, negative or directed to like a street type of mentality. Um, so I feel like you can't look to those guys to guide the youth when that's what they've been doing for however many years. And number one, do they care? Number two, do they even have the mental Rolodex to even put out something that's going to be consistent to where they always talking positive or always uplifting? I feel like Jay-Z turned the corner, and people stopped listening to him. We didn't stop
You think
listening to
people
him,
stop?
but
You think people start
um,
listening to him?
I felt like the street stopped listening to Jay-Z for real, for real.
You think so?
Yeah, I felt like people. I felt like Jay-Z's fans will give his albums like the 444 album. I feel like people gave that a once over and then probably didn't go back to it. You know, I feel like that wasn't really for
I
the streets. That was on some uplifting the mindset of especially black people, I think.
hold
And
on,
what happened
something
to
wrong.
Kim? Are you
Yeah,
here?
something on my
I don't.
team. Yeah, let me see something.
I disagree on that one.
Yeah, I disagree on that. Go ahead, Chloe, while I try to fix this camera.
Yeah,
Why do you
I mean,
disagree?
I think his fan kind of grew up with him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I mean, the young people, they probably wasn't really messing with him, you know, on his last few albums, but the people that, you know, been listening to him, you know, since he was Jay-Z at the beginning, I feel like we grew up with him. You know what I'm saying? We still mess with his new stuff
That's
too. You
why
know.
I said we still listen to him because um we've
Yo,
been riding since day one. But like maybe like 20-year-olds, early 20-year-olds when the 444 album came out, they wasn't really on that like that, you know.
But
Um
but also, you know, I feel like rap is kind of like a young man game. So
for sure.
you know, so it's like I feel like older people, they should start making more mature music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Rick Ross, he's still trying to appeal to the younger people. And you know, from what I'm seeing, you know, like when if you're not doing if you buying a house, you could rap about buying a house. You know what I'm saying? If you got kids now, you could rap about the shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to keep going back to the same stuff you used to do. But a lot of guys, they feel like they have to do it. But Jay Z, I feel like Jay Z kind of like, you know, his music, he it's for older guys, you know, 40, you know, late 30s and everything. You could still rock to it and
Yeah.
listen to it and have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
And then look at Jay-Z's lifestyle versus Rick Ross's lifestyle. Jay-Z's lifestyle is pretty much 90% business, making money, securing major deals. Rick Ross still performing in clubs, like hood concerts, like Rolling Loud. You would never see Jay-Z performing at Rolling Loud. I think it's also a mentality. I think it's two totally different thought waves and the way they process, you know, reality. Like I don't think Jay-Z and Rick Ross are on the same level.
No,
But
they're
but
not because
but
And
but you know what? Like when Ross do interview, the way he do interview and the way he rap is the opposite. When he do interview, he talks some grown up smart shit. But when he rap, he go to that dumb shit. So I know he's smart. He just plays dumb when he raps.
he's
That's
smart.
how I feel.
He's smart,
who
but he's rapping about it. He's
who you
rapping
say is
about his
smart?
lifestyle though.
Who you say is
Huh?
smart? Ross or Jay Z?
Ross,
Ross,
yeah, Ross smart.
for
He
sure.
just rap dumb
But
purposely.
that's a lot of them because even Jay Z said he had to dumb it
You know what I'm
down.
saying? Yeah, purposely. You know what I'm saying? The only guy that
Yes.
never did that dumb shit is Nas. He always on some smart shit from the beginning till now. All them other rapper, you know, besides Pop, they always be on that dumb shit. To be honest with you,
Yeah, like
especially the
well,
popular
it's
ones.
yeah. Part of the blame is not just the rappers, but I don't know what happened to my camera. I'm just gonna ride out with this. The labels. The labels are pushing that out. The labels are telling them, hey, we
Yeah,
need songs about alcohol, women, cars, drugs. And they're saying to the artist, if you don't put this out, we're gonna put you on the shelf. Jay said himself, I want to rhyme like common sense, but I sold 5 million. I can't be rhyming like common sense. So he said he has to dumb it down to make money. And I think somebody like K Dot, well, he put medicine in the candy. I think that's what you have to do. You kind of have to like sneak
the
it in
same
there because
the same thing with J. Cole. But the thing is, these guys were
yeah,
doing that from the start.
yeah,
They were doing that from the start. So to have Ross or Jim Jones or Meek Mill do a complete 180, I
yeah.
felt like
At this
it
point,
would
yeah,
be it would be easier if they showed it in their lifestyle. Like you'll still see Ross and Meek and Jim Jones performing at Rolling Loud or at Live or on some crazy concert,
yeah.
where it's all those types of rappers. You know what I'm saying? Number one, I think Jay-Z is I think
He's a
he's
legacy act, so he's not gonna
he's
perform.
above it. Yeah, he's above it.
He's
He's
not.
above it. So
And plus, he
um
already did those all clubs and the chilling circus. He did all that in the beginning, so it's like I'm up a B. So all that stuff is beneath me. I don't have to be at a
yeah.
festival. I could do a whole stadium show by myself and make tons of money.
And then
So
you
that's
have to want to do it. You got to want
right.
to do it. Like, so does Ross and Meek want to actually go the
No,
positive route and only speak positivity? And I think they know that they streams and they sales is going to drop a bit, but um,
right. And
but yeah,
and
man.
I
I
also think sorry to cut you off. And I also think that It's not the. It would be good if the rappers would do it, but it all starts at home. It's the parents' responsibility.
Parents.
You gotta have that conversation with your kids and like, look, that stuff they saying, that's just entertainment. These dudes, it's not fun selling drugs. The people that really sold drugs didn't want to do it. They had no choice. And if they did it, they wouldn't say what they did on record. So this is all entertainment. A lot of these rappers are just doing this because the labels want them to push it. So you have to have that conversation with your kids. Like this is pure entertainment. It's no different from the movies, but music is crazy. But music has even though you can look at a movie, music has a bigger impact than movies. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? But I think it starts at home.
But the thing is, I think a lot of parents don't have the mental to even have that conversation with their kids. You know what I'm saying?
No, nah.
They be so deep into the music themselves, they don't know how to separate the two. You know what I'm saying? So you know how you said you should have those conversations with kids. A lot of parents don't talk to their kids. They don't have those conversations with their kids. So they like. I mean, I know me growing up. Me and my dad, we never had no type of conversation like that. So when I used to listen to the music, I used to just take everything literally. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't start seeing the effect of the music till I started getting in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of it, I think I be mad sometimes because I'm like, damn, this shit fucked me up a lot listening to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I didn't know better. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of like. That's why when I hear D1 criticizing those guys, I feel him because I know what it do to your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like it did me like that. So I'm like, damn, it's fucking them up too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of feel where he coming from. So, but a
He's
lot of
right.
time when
like
but a lot of time when you in your 20s, oh, you don't understand what the shit doing to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my
you
bad.
don't. Yeah, it plants a seed. Like when I watched the interview he did with Turk from the Hot Boys, he made, you know what I'm saying? Because Turk was basically saying, hey, these guys got to feed their family. So you're basically saying that it's more important to feed your family than put out good material that can possibly help a youngster out there. So a lot of this music push kids to do crime. Like nobody wants to have that real conversation. Like stuff that I used to listen to back then, I can't even listen to now. And then once you get older, once you get into your 30s, once you become a family man, it's like I kind of felt ashamed of listening to some of this stuff. I used to listen to Grave Diggers, yo. Grave Diggers. And it was dope. I ain't gonna lie, but I can't listen to that as a 45-year-old man. Certain stuff I can't listen to, like some of the stuff from the Doggy Style album, even though it's a classic, I can't listen to. So it's like he was right on some of the stuff. Like I feel like like Jim Jones in particular threatening him and all that. Like you too old for that. You damn near 50. Have a conversation with this man instead of trying to threaten this man. Like this man, he's not even coming on that energy, and you trying to threaten the guy. Like he was speaking some real stuff. Like we're responsible for our own community, and that's why the community is down.
Yeah, I think it's I think the message should be directed towards the industry period,
bro, you seem
not just specific artists. Because if you get the ones that's starting, because those are the ones that's really running the streams, and unless you're talking about like big artists like a Drake or a J. Cole or a Kendrick or something like that, Travis Scott, something like that. But the young ones that are coming in, you got to get them before they even pop. You know what I'm saying? So I think the message should be at the entire industry, man, because it's going to take more than just 3 artists to really turn things around.
Yeah, it's just like putting dope in the hood. They didn't put it anywhere else. They put it in the hood because they want to kill the community. They know that we'll be easily want to sell it or even use it and to damage the community. It's the same thing with the music. Like to hear repetitive just over and over about killing, selling, smoking, drinking. over and over. Like it plants a seed into a kid's head. So now a kid feel like listen to whoever. Damn, it's fun to sell drugs. But a lot of these records don't tell you the consequences. They don't tell you you're gonna get double life. They don't tell you your mama gonna be crying. They don't tell you that your kids got to come and visit you in prison.
Yeah.
They don't tell you these things. They glorify all the women, all the cars, and all that, but they don't let you know that a lot of that stuff is short. It's short term if you're able to get away with it. But there's only two outcomes. But you listen to these records, everybody, the big dope dealer, everybody got the biggest cars, all the women chains, all that, but they really don't talk about on the records. And a lot of ones that's talking about, they're not even doing it. It's the people that's around them.
Yeah. That's how Jeezy was, man.
I think I got an audio of, let me know if y'all can hear it, of D1 talking about this.
And bro, you said cognitive dissonance. I want y'all to go, if you watching this, go look that up. I did a song about cognitive dissonance, and I didn't use that vocabulary. I just called it people don't want that real. You know what I mean? I said people don't want that real. They just say that they do.
That's
now
right.
People don't want that real, and I'm one of them too.
Yeah.
I'm so easily entertained by ratchet activity, violent negative imagery, always seem to interest me. I tell myself, no more music glorifying evil, selling drugs, womanizing, killing our people. Then I hear a song with a tight beat and can't deny it. The hook is catchy, so I subconsciously memorize it. Next thing you know, I'm reciting all the lyrics, and my day don't feel complete unless I hear it, inviting darkness in my spirit. This can't be light. I'm craving what I'm supposed to be fighting. This can't be right. I must be blind to the effects. This can't be sight. Death is in the power of the tongue, and this can't be life.
Damn. Y'all heard that?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so shout out to D1, man. Like, you know, he's standing 10 toes on his message. You know, everybody coming at him, you know, like the old Southern people be saying, hit dogs holler. I guess that's the problem. Like, when the truth hurts, man, you know, and people are saying that he could have called them personally, but if they don't want to hear what he's saying, it wouldn't matter if he would hit them up on a personal conversation or in person. It wouldn't matter because they got money to make, so they're not gonna listen to what this man is saying. So, well, shout out to him, you know what I'm saying, for staying on his square. Shout out to him, man. And while we talking about, you know, we were talking about Atlanta, some artists from Atlanta, from Georgia. Y'all give me y'all top 5 artists from Atlanta or from Georgia, because I know some of these artists. Look at that face. Some of these artists migrated from other places, but so give me y'all top 5 rappers from Georgia.
Don't make you
No, it don't matter like the timing.
Nah, it don't matter. It don't matter what era they came out. It don't matter.
I would say in no particular order. You said top 5, right? No particular
it don't
order.
matter. No particular order. No.
No particular order. I would say 3 Stacks, T.I., Ludacris.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Two more. I'll name some names.
I'm not the biggest. I'm not the biggest Jeezy fan, but you can put Jeezy in there.
Come on.
I'm not the biggest Jeezy fan.
I'm shocked on that, by the way, too.
That I'm not a big Jeezy fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put people on the Jeezy down here. So I think you got one more. Yeah.
You want to know who my 5th one is? Probably. And y'all might
Let's hear it.
look at me and be like, what?
Soldier Boy.
Young Dro.
Wow.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that,
Bro.
That's
If y'all just his main song, just go to his main song, which is what?
Rubber Band Man? No, Rubber Band Bands. No, Shoulder Lean. Yeah.
Bro, go to Shoulder Lean and listen to that song verse for verse.
He was cool.
The way this man puts it together,
he was nice.
This man will give you one of the most colorful, elaborate metaphors. The man.
I agree. I agree that you don't. No, I respect that list. That last one was. You surprised me with the last one, but I ain't mad at it, man. I ain't mad at it, man. Omega. Who you got?
Yeah, he pretty much fit. He pretty much picked everybody I was gonna pick except Young Joe. I would replace Young Joe with Little Baby. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody he named, I disagree with Young Jeezy. How he went about the Young Jeezy. You know,
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of him now. Yeah, Young Jeezy, like even though he's from Macon, but you say Georgia, so I feel like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give my number. My number one would have to be Ludacris. I feel like he one of the most underrated rapper. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't pay attention to his wordplay when he rap. You know what I'm saying? He's like that boy nice. So I'll say Young Jeezy. Second, Andre 3000. Third, Little Baby. What was the next person he said? T.I. Okay, I'll say T.I. would have to be 4. Little Baby would have to be the 5th one.
Okay. Yeah. I ain't mad at that. Okay. I got similar to what y'all got. I got 3 Stacks number 1. I got Tip number 2. I got Lula number 3. Jeezy number 4. And that 5th one always the hard one, but I'm gonna go. I don't know if y'all heard him before. I want to give him some love. He a young dude. I'm gonna say y'all heard of Jid before? JID?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's a Dreamville, which is J. Cole's label. He's a J. Cole artist. Like, he got a huge song. I'm shocked that like he got a song that's big on TikTok. He's not a TikTok artist at by any means, but for whatever reason, this song called Surround Sound, white people be doing videos to it. And he ain't talking about like surround sound, he's talking about shooting them things out. But Jid is dope. I think he's originally from New York, but he moved to Georgia. And he is dope. Like, he can spit. Like, he done been on records with he got a song he did with Luda that is crazy. Luda, what's homie from Griselda? Conway the Machine. He's done records with dope. I think he might even did records with Big Boy, if I'm not mistaken. But he's dope. So that's my 5th person. Yeah. Shout out to Dreamville and JID. He's dope, man. There's a lot of Atlanta artists. I was thinking about CeeLo too. But CeeLo likes to sing and rap, so I couldn't put him out there. But it was close. It's a lot of Atlanta artists out there. Yeah, so shout out to the ATL, man. Shout out to them.
Well, out of all those people, who you think was more influential when they came out?
I would say Jeezy.
Jeezy for sure. I was gonna say
when he came out, bro. Like the buzz that he had was crazy. Like,
to be honest, I felt like Jeezy brought Atlanta back.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you on that.
I'm saying after Outkast, kind of
Tip brought Atlanta back.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. Like you said, before Cass, right? You didn't really have an Atlanta sound. Like, Jermaine Dupri was Atlanta, but to me, Jermaine Dupri was like a down south Puffy. I didn't see Atlanta with Jermaine Dupri at all. Everything that he did, his artists copied somebody else. Like, for example, the Brat was a female Snoop. Criss Cross copied Naughty by Nature, Run DMC, and Cypress Hill. Like he copied a lot of stuff and put them in the artists. Until the real Atlanta sound was Outkast. So then when Outkast came, then Goody Mob came in the Dungeon, it got quiet until that nigga Tip came out. I think Tip might have came out like 02, 03. When Tip came out, then Jeezy came, then Gucci came, then all these other dudes came. Like I think Tip really started it with that whole trap music. He brought all of them in. You know what I'm saying? Like
Man, you pop, you
couldn't stop.
you
You
froze.
couldn't. Okay,
Oh,
I
you
see.
froze. Oh, you
Yeah,
frozen.
There you go. There you go.
yeah, I see. But you couldn't stop it. Like it was like the buzz he had was too big. It was crazy. So yeah, I agree. Like most influential, I would say Jeezy.
But okay, why are we speaking about T.I.? And you know how we were just talking about the music when T.I. came out, he was real young, right? And if you listen to his old stuff, he was dropping knowledge. He was talking street shit, but at the same time, he was dropping knowledge in his music. You know what I'm saying? And he was still young. He was telling niggas to stop selling drugs. It's over. Go to school, buy a house, and all that shit. He was doing that shit in his early 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, yeah, and he was young at the time too. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, he was like 2021 when we first came out. But I think that album, I don't know what album that was before he went to jail. That's the best he's ever rapped. I need to find the name of that album. But
Was it
that
Rubber
album,
Band Man? No,
huh?
Rubber Band Man.
No, that's a single. He had an album before he
Oh,
went to jail that had Rihanna Live Your Life. It had Swagger Like Us.
okay. I know you're talking about.
It had a I'm gonna find the name of it now, but that album he rapped his ass off. Paper Trail. That's the name of it. Paper
Yeah,
Trail.
Paper Trail.
I guess when you feel like your back is against the wall, like it make you think differently. Like he was real mature. He always had those records back in the day. He had 1 or 2 records because he was just always on the street stuff. But this Paper Trail album, I guess he knew like, all right, man, I'm about to go in. It make you think differently. Like he was like his pen was crazy on that album. To me, I say that's his best album. You know what I'm saying? Lyrically, I know, you know, trap music is dope. What's the other one that came out with after trap music? That's probably his hardest album. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? I can't
serious.
think of the
What
name.
is it? Serious.
I'm Serious was the first one. Urban Legend is probably his hardest
Urban
album.
Legend.
Yeah.
Probably his hardest album. But lyrically, to me, I would say Paper Trail is it. As a matter of fact, that's a song that has the Dre verse that I like.
Yeah, T.I.
Yeah,
probably
man.
he was one of them kids that was a product of his environment. He wasn't supposed to be
Yeah.
in the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So this last question I got for y'all. Omega brought this up. You know, he wanted to talk about this. Me, I'm officially retired from the relationship stuff. Like it ain't healthy.
man.
It's dangerous.
Oh man.
Music is safer. Music is safer. You know what I'm saying? It's more fun, but we're gonna talk about this, but we're gonna talk about it in the sense of coming from a male perspective about men, not women. I don't want I don't want to do the female bashing. I'm not with all that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? There's enough of that going on in gender war. So we're gonna talk just to us. Like if another man is watching this and listening to this, or if anyone of us wants to learn from it. So did you sent me the video, Omega? So you watched it. Hefe,
Which
did you
video
get the
was it?
chance to watch? I want to kind of put them together. The video with the pastor and the other dude talking, but also I'm gonna play because it kind of goes together. It's about the same thing. I'm gonna play a little part of Vlad because Vlad was also talking about this with Bootsy. So I'm gonna play a
That
little.
shit had me mad.
It had me a little mad too. Man. It did. It had me a little mad.
I was at work at the time too. That shit had me mad.
So I'm gonna play this clip, man. Check this out.
The last time in my life, and I'm 50, and I've been in a lot of long-term relationships. The last time that I split any type of bill with a woman was when I was in college. My college girlfriend, we were both broke college students. They were working part-time jobs and got a little bit of money from our parents. And we were staying in a one-bedroom apartment. That was the only time that I ever split my bills. Once I graduated college and started making my own money, I have never been in a relationship with a woman where I've asked her to split any type of bill, whether we were living together or otherwise. Don't split. You know what I mean? If we're living together, I got it all. And, you know, and if I had the right woman, she would help me make more money. But I never asked her to pay any type of bill ever in my life. And I feel like any man that does that is a weak man. But that's just me.
Okay, so those were the comments that Vlad made talking to Boosie about.
What did Boosie say?
You know what? Hell, we can play it. We play a little bit of it.
Yeah, that's you.
That's me.
Yeah.
And I understand not everyone is as financially well off as me, but I've also gone through broke periods. But even then, I felt like, well, you know, if I can't afford to take care of a woman, I shouldn't have a woman right now.
Right.
I
was raised like that too.
Yeah.
I was,
you know what I'm saying? That's just me.
A woman never.
Yeah, so he kind of agreed with him a little bit. You know, he let Vlad do all the talking, but he agreed with that standpoint. So, Omega, I'm gonna go to you first.
This nigga be lying, yo. I can't believe Boosie agreed to that shit. Talking about I was raised like this. Shut up.
Shut up. So it kind of goes with the video that you sent me with the pastor and the guy talking. So the question is, how do you feel about this whole, how do you feel about this whole 50-50 thing?
Well, like the whole 50-50 thing don't make no sense. Like, cause I never understand when they say 50-50. So if I go to work, I make 100%. So I'm giving 50 to the house. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no, because I feel like the shit should be 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like if me, you know, I'm married, so my money and her money, we put all that shit together and do what we need to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And
shout out to Ad.
When those guys be talking about like 50, like you should pay all the bills, I'm trying to find out that shit don't apply to regular people, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like Vlad talking about when he was in college. That's when, like, I mean, look at Vlad. Of course, he paying all the fucking bill.
He's a millionaire.
Come on, man. Like that shit don't.
Right. He hasn't been in college in 30 years.
Yeah, come on. That shit don't apply. Like I feel like when those guys go on YouTube or whatever and make those statements, they don't be talking to regular people, yo. You know what I'm saying? Regular people, we need each other to survive, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, most of the household in America, they live in paycheck to paycheck already. So, who's paying all the bills, yo? Like, this shit don't even be realistic. That shit just like that shit. Like, if guys listen to that shit, dog, like, don't even take that shit serious, because that shit, like, that shit would make motherfuckers go into depression if you listen to guys like that. Yo. It's not realistic, you know. Right. So like in Boosie, the fact that he was like, oh, he agreed he was raised, like, man, who raised you? Nobody, like, this man. Come on, man. Nobody was raising Boosie like that. He always be crying about child support and all that, but he was raised like that. Come on, man. Them guys be lying. We got to stop listening to guys like that, man.
Nice.
You know,
Hefe, what you got? What do you think about 50-50? Is a man weak if he's going 50-50?
Number one, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
I feel like any man that speaks on another man's strength or weakness, and if they don't know that man, I feel like that's a weak mentality. That's a weak disease right there. Just from you why are you speaking on another man? If you don't know what that man, you don't know what that man going through. Number one. Number two, if you really want to talk about it, especially let's just talk about on a married level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On a married level. If you coming
You
together,
married, you married too, right?
No, I'm divorced. Oh,
I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh no, bro. You good, bro.
Okay.
So
my bad. I wasn't sure. My bad.
Nah, bro. If we coming together, we bring in all of our assets together as one. Just like Omega just said. They put all the money, and it might not be all the money because you might want to surprise your lady. You might put a little something to the side, save, or whatever. Your lady might want to surprise you. She might have a little side bank account. That's fine. But the majority of the money going into one account because y'all married and y'all are one. There's no longer him and her. It's y'all come together. It's a union, and you might get to the point in a marriage to where your bag get heavy, and you might go and tell your lady, you know what, I'm gonna take care of this. I want you to just stack your paper up because I'm doing a little better than you are. She might come to you, vice versa, and tell you the same thing. Thing is, bro, people got to stop speaking on other people's relationships because of their mentality, especially if you lying. You know what I'm saying? So if you out here lying, don't be out here spewing out and projecting your lies on people and talking about it's law because it's not. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, bro, if y'all in it together, help each other, build each other up, man. Don't be out here talking about I ain't doing this unless this happened, or I ain't doing this unless this happened, or he gotta have this, or she got, bro, come on. Y'all sounding crazy. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact that the 1%ers, that's a real thing, bro. They're not saying 1%ers because they just want to make it sound like they're that far away from us. They're that far away. Like most people out here are working check to check. There's a lot of people out here. If you're not working check to check, you saving maybe $200 or $300 a check. You know what I'm saying? Just to give yourself a little, something to fall back on. But I think people should stay out of other people's business and manage your relationship the best you see fit, because if you ain't coming in with a mentality of helping build on either side, like why you even in it? You know what I'm saying?
Thanks. I like that. I like both of y'all response. I like that, man. Hold on, let me get both of y'all. I like that. I like both of y'all responses.
And I'm Omega, I'm glad you pointed that out. That these niggas be lying.
Niggas be lying, man.
Niggas be lying out here.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy though?
Hold on one second, Omega. Let me pick it back over that. I'm gonna start off with that. Y'all listening, y'all watching, fellas out there. Stop listening to these YouTube niggas because they are lying. They are lying. If you think that nobody's out here doing 50-50 in their relationship, you're crazy. This is not 1950. This is not 1960. When I was in high school, we was in high school probably, gas was 99 cents. That's quadruple. The cost of living is up. A loaf of bread is up. Eggs is damn near $4. Everything is up. People right now in Chicago, in Detroit, and LA are living in a tent. They're homeless. They're getting evicted every day. So if you think these niggas out here make enough money to pay for a whole household by themselves, you lost your damn mind. And when I last checked, 2 is better than 1. And what we got to stop doing as a society is stop basing a relationship based on finances. I don't care how much you make. I look at that person's character. That person got to have 100% in their character. Because you can have 100% in your finances, but you could be a jerk. We all seen them. We all seen jerks. We all seen dudes that are able to take care of one or two households, but character-wise, they ain't got it because all they got is their bread. We average what I think 40 for black men each household, 40 or 42 a year. You think that? You think you're able to do that by yourself to take care of a home? No. So they doing it. They doing this 50-50 stuff. They doing it. If they say they're not, they lying. Vlad is a millionaire. And if Vlad wasn't a millionaire, no girls would be talking to him. Let's keep it a buck. So we got to stop looking at these YouTubers or athletes or rappers saying this when they're part of the 1%. You do what you have to do for your relationship. Everybody's relationship is different. Whether it's 80, 70, whatever, it ain't about the finances because that's not what it's about. It's about what your attitude, your character. It's what your actions do, not your money. We get caught up in money when we talk about 50-50 and all that stuff. What about what else you got? How you take care of your kids? What's your relationship with your parents? How do you treat people outside this house? Do you have ambitions? Do you have goals? Do you read? Do you have Christ in your life? It ain't all about finances. See, everybody feel like you're somebody because you're able to have finances when that's all that people have to offer. So once we get out of that, we'll be better. But because you're able to pay or not, and what Vlad said, and what that pastor did in that video, they should have got snuffed on sight because you never tell a man that he's less of a man or he's not a man because he's not able to do something. Like you said, Hefe, you don't know people's situation. And I'm glad that pastor apologized to him in that video because if you seen his body language, his hands was balled like ready. And younger me would have snuffed him out of respect because you're not going to sit there and tell me that I'm less of a man. You never tell another man that you're less of a man. And as a man, you don't pocket watch. If anything, and I'm glad he apologized. For anything, you give the young dude jewels how he could get better. But you cannot tell somebody like Vlad wouldn't say that to somebody in their face.
Facts.
And that pastor, him kept saying, God bless you, God bless you. You wasn't real about that. You was being facetious. You wasn't being real about it. So I wouldn't have been mad at that dude, would have snuffed him. Because again, you can't tell a man in their face that they're less of a man because of whatever reason. You cannot do that. So everybody listening, you do what's best for your relationship. If it's 100 or 100, financially, I'm talking about. If you got to go 50-50, you may not have it, but guess what? You can fix stuff around the house. You're good with kids. You can motivate the household. You can lead. There's other things you do besides finances. Finances is not the only thing you have to worry about in a relationship. Them niggas don't know what they're talking about.
But you know what? I feel like that talking point don't really affect men that much. It'll affect women mostly, you know what I'm saying? Because men, when we hear that type of shit, we be like, man, them niggas lying. But women, a lot of time, they really believe that fairy tale bullshit, you know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, I'm looking for a man that's gonna pay everything, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of them be single a lot of time because they listen to that bullshit and believe in it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time men can tell when other men be lying, but sometimes it's hard for women to tell when you know what I'm saying, when men be lying. So that should affect them the most. You know what I'm saying?
It can affect the dudes because some dudes that are weak minded will believe that. They be like, damn, man, like who, like as a man, no matter how much you make, it does not. You know, a dollar sign does not define me. And that's how all men should think. Like, you make the money don't make you. So there's some dudes out there who will feel a way about that. Damn, man, I ain't making this, or they saying I don't make 100, so I gotta do something crazy, then that kill myself because what society says what a man is. But again, a man is not based on what he makes. A man is based on his actions. All you got is your word and your balls. That's it. It's niggas out who making a lot of money. If you want to do that, making a lot of money, get a drug dealer. But what is his character like? He has none. Because he's gonna make a lot of money and he got other chicks to mess with.
And you know another thing? that whole concept, like you said, was based off the 30s, 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
When women were at home taking care of the house, everything in the house was taken care of. The kids were good. Food was cooked. Everything was straight. The man just worked, came home, and everything
The
in the
dynamic
home was
was
taken
different.
care of. Right. And the thing is, you can have that in this day and age, but you have to be willing to do that in that man's tax bracket. So if that man make 30,000 a year, which is horrible, but if that man make 30,000 a year, you gotta be she has to be willing to whether it's downgrading or minimizing her
It's called
lifestyle
sacrifice.
to do that. If you want him to pay for all the bills, y'all probably can't drive a Benz, y'all probably can't drive a Beamer. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might have to get y'all
Yeah.
a little Honda or a little Yoda or something. It might be one car. It might not be two cars. You know what I'm saying? You might have to dumb down that phone bill, everything. So you know what I'm saying? So it's doable. It's just that you gotta do it in that man's tax bracket, and most women are not willing to do that.
You got to live within your means. You can't follow what Instagram and everybody else is doing. Everybody can't go. Everybody's not going to make it, regardless of what your YouTube niggas are saying. Everybody's not going to make it. Everyone's not going to get a Benz. Everyone's not going to be a millionaire. Everyone's not going to be an entrepreneur. It's more 9-to-5 people out there than you think. Like Omega said, it's half of the world living check to check, probably even more. So it's about making a sacrifice, like Hefe said, living within your means. That's what it's about.
Nah, we in a recession right now, man. People sleeping in their cars, man. Like
Yeah.
if you go through a Walmart gas station parking lot early in the morning, it's a whole bunch of people that live in their cars. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I mean, a lot of time when I be hearing people talk like that, I don't know who they talking to, honestly, man.
YouTube.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
like
real. It's on YouTube.
yeah, like that should be fake, man.
The
You know
them,
like
the podcast niggas too. Them podcast
them niggas be lying, man.
because
What are you lying?
real. I know you can attest to this, bro. There's niggas with a podcast, and then there's podcast niggas. The podcast
I like that,
niggas.
I like that, nigga.
I'm telling you, bro.
Bro,
Say it again.
okay.
Say it again for the people back. Say it again. Say it
Telling
again.
you, bro.
Say it again.
There's
Say it
niggas
again.
with a podcast, and then there's podcast niggas, bro. The
Right.
podcast niggas don't listen to them dudes. Them dudes are fugazi, bro.
They will have you by yourself, thinking that you're going to be a millionaire, that you're gonna make six figures. Everybody's not invited. If that was the case, everybody would be there already. So these guys are goofies.
Yeah, and bro, we live in SoFlo, bro. Everybody look rich down
Right.
here,
Right. So this is one of the highest states in the world.
and this is one of the biggest scamming areas. Not even the state. This is one of the biggest scamming areas.
The average one bed apartment is what, 12 here? Maybe?
Nah, way more than that.
Nah, man, that's way more.
Maybe 18.
Way more than that.
Maybe 18. Maybe 18.
Yeah,
So
I'm in Orlando. I'm in Orlando. Orlando, probably about 1,600 for one bedroom.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's cheap.
down here,
It's cheap
bro.
in Old Town. Yeah, South Florida's like 18. So, girl,
Fort
you gonna
Lauderdale,
tell me
Miami?
you're not gonna take that help from that nigga who can help you out?
Fort
Take the
Lauderdale,
half, you
Miami,
lying.
bro.
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale, Miami is up there.
So to sum it up, man, because it Omega, I know it got you and it got me, but we're wise enough to like know that it's BS. But so let's just be honest with ourselves. You do what's best for your relationship. That man may make a little bit, but guess what? That man gonna get your car fixed. If you don't know how to fix it, he gonna pay to get it fixed. You ain't gotta take no trash out. You ain't gotta do no hard labor because he gonna make sure he gonna do it. Most of the time with dudes, if they lacking on one thing, they're gonna make sure they're good on others because they don't want their woman to work hard. They shouldn't have to. They're not built to. So these YouTube niggas gotta stop, and you niggas gotta stop listening to these niggas. Don't go out there killing yourself with no crimes to try to impress these chicks. If they're not for you, they're not for you. They don't need to be with you, and that's just what it is. Do what's best for
Right. I
you.
guess but the same way when the men be saying, I mean, he pay all the bills, but also there's a lot of guys that also believe that the women should cook, clean, and also go to work. You know what I'm saying? Which
So you
a
trying to
lot
make
of
some
that
trouble.
shit don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta help each other out. You feel me? So.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
because after a while, if a person doing so much more, they're gonna feel like they're a slave and they're gonna start rebelling. You know what I'm saying? It has to
Yeah.
be like trying to stay equal in somewhat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No one person should be doing everything. That's just what it
Yeah.
is. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be a balance. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you like, you on a whatchamacallit. What you call them joints was is you're sitting on it and it's balanced off or whatever the case may be. It should be even. Whatever the other person lacking, the other person should be that person's crutches. You know what I'm saying? Like one person should not do everything. Everybody's not perfect, regardless of what you hear out here in these streets. Everybody's not perfect. Everybody has flaws. So whatever the other person's lacking, you're supposed to be that person's crutches. The dude might not be good with money. She might be good with money. She ain't good with fixing stuff. You good with fixing stuff. You balance each other out. She may not come up with good ideas or make final decisions. That's where you come into play. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be balanced out. Nobody should be doing everything. I don't care who you are. We're living in different times. There are laws out there for everybody to do something. So
And
these
niggas
laws will
be
fly.
lying about their girl be cooking every day, clean and all that. That
So
niggas
I'm
and niggas be
not
like, I
doing
want me a girl just like
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. That's too far. We're not doing it. We got to see. Let's get you in. I ain't doing this. Hey, damn it! This is a music podcast. We're not doing it.
They need it, man. They need it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man. Listen. I just wanted to touch on this. Go ahead.
We're gonna swerve on that. Y'all know Drake dropped a little 5-piece. Drake dropped a little 5-piece, bro. He did.
I ain't hear it, man, so I can't comment on it. I'm not a Drake fan, so I can't even comment on it.
I guess he was hurt that everybody was saying that album is not it.
I see.
Yeah, he put like 5 extra joints on the For All the Dogs, Scary Hours.
Yeah. I hear it's good, and he know the album wasn't that good. It wasn't out the park because he wouldn't have came out with this so fast. You know what I'm saying? So I hear this my dog Joe. You know what I'm saying? I heard I saw the lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Fat Joe?
Oh,
No.
Joe Budden.
Oh, Joe Budden.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard he throwing shots at.
Yeah.
I heard he throwing shots at Push. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, it's too late for that.
He butt hurt.
He's a sensitive female. I'm not a fan of Drake like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even comment on it. But
I ain't listening to nobody that got guys that were fingernail polish. I'm not listening to them, yo.
Right, and guys that say they go through the girl's phone. I can't do it. But we about to get out of here. I appreciate y'all coming.
Before you go, you ain't gonna touch on that puffy shit.
No.
You don't want to get your car blowed up.
I gotta get more information before I get on that. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
We're gonna be canceled, boy.
What you doing?
They gonna cancel you, my boy.
What is he doing, man? But man, I appreciate y'all.
None of the links work.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all coming.
All right, man.
And we out.